ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Welcome to day 11 of the Blood Root Love journey. We are close to the border of Virginia now. This morning I dropped Rachel, who's a DC resident. She lives in Tacoma Park. Dropped her off at a rental car place so that she could go home to celebrate Passover with her family. And then she'll be meeting us back later. And it was beautiful while talking to her. She's a musician and a visual artist, and it was just nice to connect with her and seed, just meeting and supporting each other when we're back in DC. And so that felt really nice to have that time with her. And this morning, so this campground that we were at, the woman that was organizing it for us, I think her name was Valerie, again, along this river that's called the New River, but it's actually very old. And I slept outside last night, just with my sleeping bag on the ground, and the moon, it's only half full, but it was so bright, and it was really lovely. And there was a person on the campground who's ill, and she asked us to sing for him. He's really connected to the campground, and I just thought that was such a beautiful thing for her to request on his behalf. So we all sang in front of his trailer, which said Pilgrim on it, and it was a really beautiful way to start the day. Heart word and art wish. Heart word. Awaken. In meditation today, I was told to be receptive, and I was really been feeling my ancestors, which, I mean, I'm always connected to them, of course, but I guess it sort of surprised me. I feel like, I'm walking on land that is not where my ancestors are from. Oh yeah, and I put that in one video and I didn't explain it. I did a ancestry testing thing because I was really curious. I mean, in the past I thought, well, I'm Korean, like it's not that interesting. But then I heard a lot of people who thought they were, one thing. It ends up, there's a lot of mixing and a lot of other things. So I was curious, and I turns out I'm 100% Korean, 100%, and 98% Neanderthal. So yeah, in a way it's kind of cool, because I do feel so connected to Korea, and it makes sense. All right, art wish for today. Bless us on our journeys. The moon falling to earth. Number 348. A man is rich in proportion to the number of things which he can afford to let alone. That's by Thoreau. So you're rich in proportion to the number of things that you can afford to let alone. And then I said, may you live light and free. So see what maybe letting go of. So we're at this beautiful campground. It feels magical, like fairy energy. Impromptu, ended up doing like this sacred sharing and ceremony with a lot of the women here. Me and Greta were just talking, and I was like, let's talk about what we desire and just manifest it right now. And then as we were sharing, another woman came, and then another and another, and then it was done. So powerful to be with so many other powerful women. It's called the Peace Pentagon, and sort of like Damanhur, like a spiritual community living together. And there's this meeting hall that they're constructing. It's gorgeous. There's stained glass of a dove and a crow, which are characters in the rebirth of the Golden Butterfly Queen story, the second story of the trilogy. And I just keep seeing yellow butterflies, and I feel like I'm walking that story. Like the yellow butterfly who kept either trying to escape from scarcity or chase prosperity finally stops and is still, and then walks her own path that seems to have no destination, no reason, and in doing so she is transformed inside because of her self-acceptance, and then that's reflected in the outside, and scarcity, the land where she once came from, transforms into the prosperity that's always been there but that she couldn't see. She had a phoenix type red bird type image to represent that. I thought of the condor, in the Sun and Moon Making Love story, the condor that has a painting where I said it's time to rise, and that's what she said. She said she chose the phoenix because of it's like the divine feminine. It's time to rise, and this idea I have of having each person like give their prayer to this feather, and that I weave them together as the condor's wings, so that we rise together, blessing the waters everywhere we've gone, and having it being like multiplied exponentially by the thousands of waters that have been blessed that Nair, had us put into these waters. So there's unification, and all the other people that are doing that all over the world. I was anointing myself with this river here, and when I got to my heart, I felt this like orgasmic opening and a deeper surrender to God. Awakening. So I would pray that each of us allow our inner waters to flow unimpeded, that whatever may have seemed to be in the way are illusions that are dissolving, so the force of nature, the current of life can flow through us unobstructed, and we can be in the joy of that.